Hello guys, welcome to my channel once again. Today I'll be doing a video about the mistakes that you should not make while applying to universities in Finland. I know that the date is fast approaching. It's on the 8th of January and a lot of people are already preparing to apply for it. And I think that at this stage now you should have had things like your English proficiency ready so that you'll be able to apply successfully when the application begins. So if the more prepared you are, the more you are sure that you are going to at least apply and submit the documents that are required, and from there you know that at least you're moving a step closer. So in this video I'm just going to give you guys some list of mistakes that you should avoid when applying. They're very important. So number one is you should make sure that you don't pass the deadline. That's the first thing, the time. Because no matter how prepared you are, if you pass the deadline and you apply, your application will not be considered. So you should make sure that you submit on time. You should submit your application on time. So the second mistake to avoid is don't apply without checking the eligibility criteria. So there are different eligibility criteria for different programs. Like if you are applying for the bachelor's degree, the eligibility criteria is that you should have your highest certificate you have in your country. In my country, we call it GC Advanced Level, Cameroon. GC Advanced Level certificate. So in your country, the highest certificate you have before entering the university, you should have that with you before applying. Don't apply with just maybe the ordinary level in my country without considering your highest certificate. So eligibility criteria is very important. So you should look at the program you want to choose, because you are allowed to choose 6 different programs. For the joint application, you are allowed to choose 6 different programs. So before choosing any program, make sure that you have gone through the program, the school, and the eligibility criteria that they offer before you choose it. Don't just choose at random, because this is a chance for you. With a joint application, you're selecting program based on the your most priority, right? So they start like the first one you choose means that okay, this is my most prioritized program that I want. So this is my first choice, and I consider this at least I have if they are grading you, so they want to give you admission. This first choice that you have, they'll first of all consider that, right? So this is your first choice. Then before the second one you choose, then the third one. So when you are choosing programs, you should make sure that you meet the eligibility criteria before you choose a program. Don't just choose a program at random. Make sure you meet the eligibility criteria before choosing that program. English proficiency, proof of English proficiency is a very important aspect in this application. So you cannot ignore it. It's not possible. You have to have a proof to show that you are fluent in English. So you should make sure that you have either your TOEFL or your IELTS or any other English proficiency document that with you so that you can submit. It's so important. So you shouldn't ignore it. You must not ignore that part. Now, there are a lot of programs there are a lot of schools that are going to open up the application process this January, right? So you have a variety to choose from. So don't just go and be choosing programs without checking the language too, that the teaching language, because we have a mixture of both Finnish and then English courses there. So when you are choosing, make sure that the teaching language is in English. Don't just choose a program. Maybe you see mechanical engineering and you want to do mechanical engineering, and then you just go and choose that program and apply for it without even considering to check if this program is taught in English. Like I said, studyinfo.fi is a platform that you can easily navigate. If even if you don't like reading, make sure that when you choose a school, you scroll down and look at the details that are written there. You look at maybe the tuition fee, very important. You look at the teaching language, maybe the teaching period, how many years for this program. You look at those things, and you also look at the location of the school. Which city is this university? Try to check details before choosing schools. Try to check details. They are very important. Go for what you want, which means that you have to really sit down and sort out the schools that are your top six priorities that you want to study in Finland. Don't just go and be choosing schools at random. Be intentional about the application, right? So just sit down and sort out the top six schools that you want, and then you kind of like write the names down somewhere. And when you are applying, then you know that okay, I'm going in for this university, maybe University of Aalto University, or um Helsinki, or Vascular University, or whatever, or Central University of Applied Science. You know which university that you are choosing and which of them is your top priority based on location. Okay, say like this is where I want to really study. Maybe you think that you can actually afford, also based on the tuition fee. That's so important too, because you might want to like go to a university that has a more affordable tuition fee based on what you can pay. So you have to also consider all of those aspects when you are choosing your university. So don't just choose universities at random. Make sure that you do your research about them first. This is a period, this week is that week that you might want to use to be able to go through the study info platform again and look at what they have to offer, so that it will be easier for you to apply when the application begins next Wednesday. So another thing is the documents, right? I hope you have already gathered all the documents that are required of you, including a photo of your passport as well. You need that as well. So you need identification, you need educational documents, and you also need proof of English proficiency. So you need those. It's not really as complicated as you might think, but it's something that you have to be intentional about. And also, you need application fee. So it's €100 for the application fee, which means that you have to already prepare in your mind that okay, in your currency you have to prepare maybe whatever amount that you think €100 is equivalent in your currency for the application, and you pay the application fee after you have applied. Okay, so you pay after you have applied, but you just know that this year application fees begins, like you start paying application fee to be able to apply. Last mistake that you must avoid, I know that this aspect of they are writing exams, so we need to write the exams in order to pass. When we pass, then the schools that we are maybe eligible for is going to send us an email. Then if we pass, we'll be accepted and stuff like that. And a lot of people are maybe scared of the exam, and I don't know why people are scared of the exam. I just think that just go for it. Like do your things well, do your things well. When you do your things well, you are definitely going to be eligible or to pass the exam. It's not really something that you should be scared about. Just make sure that when you have applied properly, your emails, the email address you're using should be an email address you like. Use one email address for your application, and make sure that you always check your emails, because they send out messages after you have applied, and during the exam period they also send a message giving you the link which you are going to use to write the exam. So they give you all those info using the email that you are using for your application. So make sure that it's an email that you always use. Don't just maybe choose any email that maybe you are not using anymore and then apply there. It's very important. So that's their contact information. That's the only way they can get you, to give you information about updates and any other thing. So you should also make sure that your contact info are the right contact information. Put every date that they send to you on your calendar, and probably set a reminder if you need to make sure that you don't miss it. And also have your identification documents with you when the exam period has arrived. Make sure that your identification document, which is your passport, is with you during that period. And also prepare for the examination. If you're someone who is going to engineering like me, maybe you want to really prepare on maths, physics, and English. So you prepare on it. And if you know you are not really good in some subject, because they are going to tell you some of those tips, the things that you need to prepare on for the exam, they are going to give you tips on it, right? So if you know you are not really good in it, then you should make sure that you study. Like, just try to study more in those subjects that you're not really good in, especially mathematics. For some people who are not good in math and are having math courses in their exam, try to study, and I'm sure that you are going to make it. So it's the exam is usually like it's timed. They give you a particular time, you write it online, and most times it's multiple choice. So it's not really difficult. Like, it's not easy. Anyways, you can actually do it. You can actually do it. It's something that you can do. So don't be scared about the fact that you need to write the exam. Just give it your try and go for it. And the good thing about the application fee is that when you have paid the application fee for this joint application, and probably you don't make it in the exams, you can still apply again to that. Maybe there's separate programs that are coming on throughout this year. There are other programs that there are other opportunities for you to apply, right? So you can still apply there. And when you're applying for free throughout 2025. Then after you have paid already, you'll be applying now for free because you've already paid already in January. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Please do subscribe to this channel for more tips on how to go about this application and other things in Finland. And please leave a like when watching it after you've watched the video. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned one or two things from the video, please leave a like. And also, if you have any questions at all, just leave a comment and I will be sure to answer them. Thank you for watching. Bye, and see you in my next video.